7 sneaky tactics used when they know you see through them. Ever had that gut feeling? That little voice inside your head whispering that something just isn't adding up with someone's story or behavior? Maybe their words and actions don't quite align, or you sense a hidden agenda lurking beneath a charming facade. And then you catch their eye, and you know, deep down, that they know you see it too. That moment of unspoken recognition can be incredibly unsettling. What happens next? Do they suddenly become honest and transparent? More often than not, the opposite occurs. When individuals with less than noble intentions realize their mask is slipping, they often deploy a series of sneaky tactics to regain control, deflect scrutiny, and maintain their narrative. Have you ever felt like you were being subtly manipulated, or that someone was trying to twist reality to their advantage? In the high-stakes environment of New York City, where competition can be fierce and trust can be a valuable but sometimes scarce commodity, encountering such behavior can be particularly challenging. Recognizing these manipulative tactics is not about being paranoid. It's about being astute and protecting your mental and emotional well-being. In this crucial article, we're going to pull back the curtain and expose 7 sneaky tactics that people often use when they realize you're onto them. We'll explore these deceptive maneuvers through the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophy, offering practical insights into how to recognize and resist them. By understanding these tactics, you'll be better equipped to navigate complex interpersonal dynamics, protect yourself from emotional manipulation, and cultivate inner peace amidst potentially turbulent relationships. Ready to sharpen your awareness and learn how to spot these red flags? Before we dive into these revealing tactics, take a moment to scroll down and share in the comments. Have you ever sensed that someone knew you were seeing through their act? What was the first thing they did? Your experiences can provide valuable insights for our community. And if you're committed to empowering yourself with the knowledge to navigate challenging interpersonal dynamics and protect your peace of mind, click that subscribe button and hit the notification bell for more insightful and actionable content. Let's learn how to spot these sneaky tactics together. Now let's delve into the 7 sneaky tactics that individuals often employ when they suspect you've seen through their facade or notice their less than genuine behavior. We'll examine each tactic drawing upon the principles of Stoicism, which emphasizes wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance as guiding virtues in navigating the complexities of human interaction. We'll also consider how these tactics might manifest in the high-pressure environment of New York City and offer insights into how to maintain your composure and protect your inner peace when faced with such manipulation. Number 1. The gaslight tango, twisting reality to undermine your perception. One of the most insidious and psychologically damaging tactics used when someone knows you've noticed their behavior is gaslighting. This form of manipulation involves distorting reality to make you doubt your own memory, perception, and sanity. From a Stoic perspective, gaslighting is a direct assault on truth and clarity, hindering your ability to exercise wisdom and make rational judgments. As Marcus Aurelius advised, objective judgment now at this very moment. Unselfish action now at this very moment. Willing acceptance now at this very moment of all external events. Gaslighting aims to erode your ability to trust your own objective judgment. Imagine a scenario in your New York City workplace where a colleague takes credit for your ideas in a meeting. When you subtly confront them later, they might deny ever doing so, perhaps even suggesting that you're misremembering or being overly sensitive. This denial, despite your clear recollection, is a classic gaslighting tactic. According to research in psychology, gaslighting can lead to anxiety, confusion, and a diminished sense of self-worth in the victim. The Stoic response involves grounding yourself in reason and your own clear perceptions, refusing to let others distort your reality. Remember Epictetus's wisdom. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Consider the story of Malala Yousafzai, who even in the face of extreme threats and attempts to silence her truth, stood firm in her convictions and refused to let others distort her reality. Her unwavering commitment to truth serves as an inspiring example of resisting gaslighting. Number 2. The blame game bonanza, shifting responsibility to avoid accountability. When someone suspects you've noticed their wrongdoing or insincerity, a common tactic is to shift blame and avoid accountability. This behavior directly contradicts the Stoic virtue of justice, which emphasizes taking responsibility for one's actions and treating others fairly. As Seneca wrote, every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. True growth and improvement require acknowledging our mistakes and taking responsibility for them. Those who engage in blame shifting, however, attempt to evade this responsibility by projecting their faults onto others. Imagine a situation in New York City where a friend borrows money from you and fails to repay it as promised. When you gently inquire about the repayment, they might suddenly accuse you of being impatient or untrusting. This deflection of blame serves to avoid their obligation and make you feel guilty for even bringing up the issue. From a Stoic perspective, recognizing this tactic involves maintaining a clear understanding of your own rights and not allowing others to manipulate your sense of fairness. Remember the Stoic emphasis on focusing on what you can control. In this case, your own actions and boundaries regarding lending money. Consider the example of leaders who take responsibility for their team's failures rather than shifting blame onto individual members. This demonstrates accountability, a cornerstone of ethical behavior that stands in stark contrast to the blame game. Number 3. The pity party parade, evoking sympathy to deflect scrutiny. Another sneaky tactic used when someone knows you're onto them is to play the victim and evoke sympathy. This maneuver attempts to distract from their own questionable behavior by making you feel sorry for them or guilty for questioning their actions. While Stoicism encourages empathy and compassion, it also emphasizes the importance of discernment and not allowing emotions to cloud our judgment. As Marcus Aurelius noted, the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Falling for a manipulative pity party can lead you to overlook or excuse harmful behavior. Imagine a colleague in your competitive New York City workplace who is consistently underperforming. When confronted about their lack of productivity, they might launch into a story about personal hardships or unfair treatment, hoping to evoke sympathy and avoid taking responsibility for their work. From a Stoic perspective, recognizing this tactic involves acknowledging their potential difficulties, while still maintaining a focus on their professional obligations and the impact of their performance. It's about balancing compassion with a commitment to fairness and accountability. Consider the story of individuals who have overcome significant personal challenges without resorting to manipulative tactics to gain sympathy or avoid responsibility. Their resilience and integrity serve as a powerful counter-example to playing the victim. Number 4. The charm offensive blitz, overwhelming with kindness to disarm suspicion. When someone senses that you're seeing through their act, they might suddenly unleash a charm offensive, showering you with excessive kindness, flattery, and attention. This tactic is designed to disarm your suspicion and make you question your initial perceptions. While Stoicism values kindness and goodwill, it also emphasizes the importance of authenticity and recognizing genuine behavior from manipulative displays. As Seneca advised, associate with people who are likely to improve you. A sudden and drastic shift in behavior, especially when it follows a moment of perceived exposure, should be viewed with caution. Imagine a neighbor in your New York City apartment building who has been consistently rude or dismissive, suddenly becoming overly friendly and offering unsolicited help after you politely but firmly addressed their earlier behavior. This sudden charm offensive might be an attempt to make you feel guilty for your previous observation or to create a sense of obligation. From a Stoic perspective, recognizing this tactic involves observing their consistent patterns of behavior rather than being swayed by temporary displays of charm. True connection and respect are built over time through consistent actions, not sudden bursts of superficial kindness. Consider the example of individuals who build genuine and lasting relationships based on consistent kindness and mutual respect, rather than resorting to charm offensives to manipulate others. Number 5. The subtle or not so subtle threat, intimidation as a tool for silence. In more serious situations, when someone knows you've noticed their harmful or unethical behavior, they might resort to intimidation or threats to silence you. This is a direct violation of the Stoic principle of justice and an attempt to exert power through fear. As Marcus Aurelius wisely stated, do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you. While you live, while it is in your power, be good. Resorting to threats is a sign of moral weakness and an attempt to control others through unethical means. Imagine a scenario in your high-pressure New York City workplace where you witness a colleague engaging in unethical or illegal activity. When they suspect you might report them, they might make veiled threats about your job security or professional reputation. This tactic aims to instill fear and prevent you from speaking out. From a Stoic perspective, recognizing this tactic involves courage and a commitment to doing what is right, even in the face of potential consequences. While caution is prudent, allowing fear to dictate your actions in the face of injustice is contrary to Stoic principles. Seeking support and guidance in such situations is crucial. Consider the stories of whistleblowers who, despite facing significant risks and threats, chose to expose wrongdoing, demonstrating moral courage in the face of intimidation. Number 6. The triangulation tango, involving others to distort the narrative. Another sneaky tactic used when someone knows you're onto them is triangulation, where they involve a third party to manipulate the situation and undermine your credibility. This tactic often plays on insecurities and attempts to create alliances against you. From a Stoic perspective, triangulation reflects a lack of integrity and an attempt to manipulate external opinions rather than engaging in honest and direct communication. As Seneca advised, wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness. Triangulation often involves spreading rumors or misinformation, which is the opposite of kindness and truthfulness. Imagine a social situation in New York City where someone you've confronted about their gossiping starts spreading rumors about you to other members of your social circle, trying to turn them against you. This tactic aims to isolate you and make you feel unsupported. From a Stoic perspective, recognizing this tactic involves focusing on your own integrity and not being swayed by the opinions of others who may be influenced by misinformation. Maintaining your own sense of virtue and truthfulness is key. Consider the example of individuals who have successfully navigated complex social dynamics by remaining true to their values and refusing to engage in or be manipulated by triangulation tactics. Number 7. The focus flip, deflecting attention by attacking your character. Finally, when someone realizes you've noticed their questionable behavior, they might try to deflect attention by suddenly focusing on your flaws or perceived shortcomings. This tactic aims to shift the spotlight away from their own actions and make you feel defensive or insecure. From a Stoic perspective, this behavior reflects a lack of self-awareness and an unwillingness to take responsibility for their own imperfections. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own." The focus flip attempts to exploit this tendency. Imagine a situation where you address a family member about their consistently critical remarks. They might respond by suddenly listing your own perceived flaws or past mistakes, trying to make you feel like you're in no position to criticize them. This tactic is a classic deflection maneuver. From a Stoic perspective, recognizing this involves acknowledging your own imperfections while still holding others accountable for their behavior. It's about maintaining a sense of self-awareness without allowing others to manipulate the conversation to avoid addressing their own issues. Consider the example of individuals who practice self-reflection and acknowledge their own weaknesses without using them as a shield to deflect criticism or avoid taking responsibility for their actions. In conclusion, recognizing these 7 sneaky tactics, the gaslight tango, the blame game bonanza, the pity party parade, the charm offensive blitz, the subtle, or not so subtle, threat, the triangulation tango, and the focus flip, is crucial for navigating complex interpersonal dynamics and protecting yourself from manipulation, especially in a competitive environment like New York City. By understanding these deceptive maneuvers through the lens of Stoic wisdom, you can cultivate greater awareness, maintain your composure, and prioritize your mental and emotional well-being. Remember that your perceptions are valid, and you have the strength to recognize and resist these attempts to control or deceive you. Now, I encourage you to share this article with your network to help others become more aware of these manipulative tactics. Take some time to reflect on past interactions and see if you recognize any of these patterns. And if you found this information valuable, please give this article a like and subscribe to our community for more insights on navigating human behavior and cultivating inner peace. Thank you for joining me in this important exploration, and I look forward to our next discussion.